Hello, my name is Bakhit Al Amri. I am from Saudi Arabia. Today I'll be talking about Saudi raw salt. I thought about this topic because, as we know, that raw salt has some benefits to our health. Also, it's about eating locally. It's about supporting our local economy. As you know, that we try our best to support our local farmers. We support the local produce. There is one area in Saudi Arabia. It's called Al Hassa. They have their own rice. They have their own onions. They have their own grapes, and I'm sure they have other produce. As you know, we all should be supporting our farmers in our local areas. I am in Saudi Arabia trying to support the economy in my country, and you as well should be supporting the farmers in your area. Now, why I am interested in raw salt? Raw salt has many uses beside the common use that is consumed with food. Some people use it in the shower as body scrub. Some people use raw salt in hot tub after long day of work. Now, there has been a trend in the past few decades that people do not consume raw salt because it's very hard to measure precisely when you try to cook certain food. For example, if Hamkallah. As you know, there are certain foods that require specific, precise measurements. For example, if you want to make cake, you need to be very precise with salt. And due to the shape of the raw salt, it's very hard to make it very precise as when we use table salt. Another part is raw salt has some benefits to our health. It has some minerals in small quantities, and all this will help improve our health in the long run. And I'm sure you know about table salt, and I will not go through it. You can do the research. In the past few years, personally, I was avoiding salt, especially table salt. Now I come across raw salt, and I think it's good to start using salt a little bit, and we also need to be making sure that we do not overconsume. I noticed one thing about raw salt. Raw salt never expires, and I think we all know that. And I will keep it to that. I will not talk about table salt. So remember, raw salt, it can stay forever. In Saudi Arabia, there are places that mine raw salt, and I've been to one place outside Riyadh. Go to the area, it's in the middle of nowhere, it's basically desert, and you'll find batches of raw salt, and it's kind of like they dig it out, and then they make a don, and then they let it dry for a few days, and then they package it. Also, different areas in Saudi Arabia have different kind of salt. Some areas that gonna be in Saudi Arabia, there are few places that mine salt. There are few areas in north of Saudi Arabia, and there is one area I know near Riyadh, and I'm sure there are other areas. Uh, and I know that some areas that require some kind of refinement for their salt, while other areas do not require refinement. The basic reason that I become interested in raw salt is because, as you know, that when we work out, when we sweat, we use our we. The reason that I'm interested in raw salt because when we work out, when we sweat, we lose some kind of minerals through our skin. And making a solution of water and raw salt will help you regain some of those minerals. There are traces of minerals in raw salt, like magnesium, like calcium, and other minerals that are available in the soil around the mine. I'm going to show you the salt. This is how it looks like. Sometimes it become a giant bulk and you need to handle it properly. This is how it looks like. Crystals. Now, when we talk about the price, we have this bag. It's about 5.5 pound. It's about 2.5 kilograms, and it costs less than $1. And as you know, this will last you for a very long time if you consume it with food. Now, if you're gonna use it for other uses, you're gonna need more than that. Especially there are people use raw salt to and there are people who use raw salt to make pickles and to make dry meat. This is what I wanted to share with you about raw salt and why I am interested in raw salt. This is the things I wanted to share with you about raw salt and why I am interested in raw salt. Tell me your thoughts, tell me your ideas, and let me know your questions. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye bye.